Yeah. So we have ourselves a boyfriend won't defend me, 25-year-old male and 24-year-old female, from his dad's inappropriate comments. Sort of like the friend, but this one's got a little twist because it's the father. 24-year-old female, have been with my boyfriend for 4 years. Since I had my baby, it's been nonstop inappropriate sexual comments from the dad. Yikes. They come and visit us a few times a year to see their grandchild, and in the past, he said things like, "You look good. You look like you work out all night. You look good for having a baby. And I wish my wife looked as good as you.
Oof.
And I want you guys to get family pictures, but beach theme, so I can see you in a bathing suit." Literally in front of everyone, and he sees no problem with what he says. It gets worse, but I'll get to that. Anyways, I've spoken up and been like, "That makes me feel uncomfortable. Please stop that." But yet he continues. When I talk to my boyfriend about how his dad makes me feel, it's always things like, "It's a compliment, just accept it. One day you won't get them and you'll miss it." Which honestly breaks my heart because you think he'd be
Oh man.
outraged by hearing this. I've gone as far as talking to his mom about it, about how I'm feeling again. I get brushed off. "I'm sorry, sweetheart. That's just how he is." But today, a big line was crossed.
Oh no.
Can't remember what we were discussing, but I disagreed with what his dad had said, and he said, without hesitation, "I should put you over my knee and spank you." The room was silent. I was completely taken aback by this, and I said, "Don't you ever say anything about my body in any way again. That's absolutely disgusting." I told my boyfriend about this, and he rolled his eyes and he said it was a joke. I don't understand why you can't take it as a joke. I was upset. I asked him if he thought it was okay for him to do that, and he said no, but to just stop taking things so seriously because he won't say anything because he hates arguing with his dad. Ooh. I know I'm not overreacting because I feel like this is sexual harassment on some sort because this happens every time they come to visit, and I've voiced how I'm feeling to everyone, and I'm brushed off. I guess I'm just asking what to do about my boyfriend not sticking up for me when this happens because it's gotten to the point where I wear very baggy clothes, don't do my hair or makeup, and try to avoid his dad so I don't have to go through this. Yet it still happens and I feel alone. I just want my boyfriend to understand how I'm feeling and actually stick up for me instead of brushing me off, leaving me to defend myself.
All right. Make sure you give me the URL to this one because I want her to see
Yeah.
this video. Because first off, stop hiding your face and your body and the way you want to present it. You are not doing anything wrong. Do not let this asshole change who you are and how you live. I have some comments about how the next time his dad says something inappropriate to you, you just look at your did she say husband or boyfriend?
Boyfriend, four
Boyfriend.
years.
Just look at the boyfriend and say, "Well, that sounds like a good offer because tiny dick here can't do anything." And then when he gets offended, just say, "Oh, I'm just joking." You'll get used to it. You'll be upset whenever people aren't joking with you in the future. But don't go that route. Here's what you need to do. Be yourself first off. Dress how you want to dress. Do your hair, do your makeup. Be as amazing as you want to be. Do not let a creep like that stop you. And when you're in the room and he says the next inappropriate thing, don't freak out because you've tried that. You've already told him that's not appropriate. Don't talk about my body. And you are, by the way, 100% right. This is not okay. You deserve to be addressed in the way that you need addressed. Your boyfriend is a fucking idiot because he knows that a joke is only a joke if the person gets it. If you're not laughing, it's not a joke. It doesn't matter how he tried to make something funny. He failed. It's not a joke. So fuck your boyfriend. Like not in a good way. Just leave the room. Leave the house. He says something like, "Oh, your boobs are looking perky." Just say, "Okay," and then get your keys and leave. I'm not saying to leave the relationship. I'm just saying disappear for a couple hours. And then when you come back, just tell them, "I didn't want to be part of this, so I left." You don't have to argue. You don't have to pick up your phone when you're out. If they text you, just say, "I'll be back in a couple hours. We'll see." Exit the situation. Let them know in a different way how serious you feel about this. And if that fails, that's when you tell your boyfriend that this is going to be the demise of your relationship. If his father joking and him not fighting with his father is more important to him than being with his girlfriend and mother of his child, then so be it. But you don't have to put up with it. He'll now know that you have the ability to walk away and that you will. He's had his warning 2 different ways to say it's not okay. they've had the opportunity to change his behavior. He's had it. Don't put up with it anymore. Get yourself out of the situation. If it continues, if your boyfriend still doesn't get it, tell him that this is going to end your relationship, and then actually end it, because it's not going to get better.
Yeah, I think the other thing you want to add there too, what concerns me is, I mean, obviously this is acceptable behavior on one side, and they have a kid involved, and that kid's going to see that acceptable behavior and
Yeah.
potentially learn that, and then it becomes accepted too, and it gets passed down, it gets passed down, it gets passed down. I mean, kids are sponges, right? I mean, big hot take, I know, but I mean, that's it's just, I mean, I walk around trying not to say the F word around kids, and accidentally one comes up and then it gets repeated. I don't run around saying the F word in front of kids, by the way. That's
I
just
do.
I'm surprised Josh didn't have that put out there immediately in a banner. But the point being is, and there he goes, there he goes. Um, it's just one of those things that I'm hearing that, and that's enraging, man. Imagine just sitting there being forced to hang out in a group of people with what you think is no exit strategy, and have to tolerate that,
Yeah,
and
she shouldn't
just
be
while
around for it. Just
everybody's
leave.
looking at you. And the second she said she had to change the way she operates for that shitheadedness, yeah, that's bad.
Not okay. It's not
You're
fair.
like,
It's not
go right
nice.
for
It's
his
not
dick, make fun
respectful.
of his dick.
Yeah. Well, I'm
No,
saying
it's not.
that's an amusing way
I
that
know.
I want, but don't do that. You're not gonna win.
Right.
You're not winning anything. Like, that's that revenge fantasy we go into.
No,
Just
because I mean,
leave.
what with that personality, it's immediately gonna be like, I can't believe she freaked out, guys. It was only a joke.
And,
It's like,
and that's why I didn't even suggest therapy and counseling in this one, because I know guy is not willing to go because he doesn't see it as a problem. Until
right.
he sees it as a problem, maybe leaving, he'll get it. Yeah, or even the threat of leaving, he'll get it. You hope each step of the way he gets it. But this is not the kind of person who is going to go to counseling and work on being a better husband. I don't think so. She's going to have to push very strongly to get what she wants, and get what and what she deserves. She deserves respect from her husband, from her boyfriend, from her boyfriend, and from the father, from the mother. And this is, again, like you said, this is how they're raising that child, and it's not okay to her, so it's not okay.